Good morning, Raptor freaks. Alexiades here. It is Friday morning. We have a Raptors game tonight. Game number 2 of 82 against the Brooklyn Nets at the Barclay Center. The Raptors are there today in the Big Apple to play the Nets and Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. Yes, so here's your preview today. I'm starting early again because once again, we want to have that philosophy of getting to the spot early on the court with our defense. It worked very, very well in the first game. So I'm going to do it again. So maybe there will be a little bit of 5-minute early starts just on game days sometimes because I want to get that energy going about getting to the spot early. So we got the spot a little bit early this morning, 5 minutes early. That's fine. Y'all don't mind. I know your countdown says 10 minutes, Mike, but that's all right. We can say you may need to know on game day it's going to be a little bit early. Yeah. Tom Duke is here. Good morning, Raptor Freak Tom Duke. Happy Friday morning, Raptor Freaks. Let's go throw some gas on the dumpster fire in Brooklyn. Lex, how's your voice after yesterday's epic season opening stream? Wow, Tom, my voice is pretty good. It feels pretty good. It's not bad. It feels all right. Good morning to Monique. Good to see you, Monique Lawrence. Logical salute. Tom Duke saying early bird gets the worm. You got some gummy worms there. Yeah, gummy worms. So much to talk about this morning. So much to talk about. Let me just start first with interviews from yesterday. I want to make sure I get these 3 points across. We had an interview with Nick Nurse from practice before they got on the plane and flew to Brooklyn. He is talking about watching the film from the game, the first game against Cleveland, and how much there was good stuff to watch and how much there was bad stuff to watch. And he was kind of just picking and choosing great learning moments for our young players to learn, don't ever do this again. Or, wow, you really did good on that, too. There was a lot of that in the film session yesterday morning, and it was very fruitful and learning experience for the Raptors as far as having game film from the game against Cleveland. So good stuff as far as practice and getting more organized and understanding, hey, you can't do that. You blew your assignment. Okay, that was great what you did there. So a lot of that going on with the Raptors yesterday in their film session. All right, we had 2 great interviews other than Nick Nurse. And I'm going to talk about, first of all, Christian Koloko. I found out something about Christian Koloko yesterday that really, really makes me understand him way, way more all of a sudden. In his interview yesterday, he let something slip. And it makes so much sense now. Oh my gosh, it all makes so much sense now. I don't know if y'all have seen this picture of Christian with Pascal Siakam from a couple years ago, many years ago, actually. I don't even know, maybe 5 years ago or something like that, where Christian is a a kid. He's still already almost as tall or as tall as Pascal, but he's a kid and he's wearing glasses and he looks kind of like he's in the chess club. Like he's maybe one of those, kids that is kind of like got a high GPA. Well, you know what? He was. He let it slip yesterday. They asked him, why are you doing so well so far in your NBA career after one game? And why are you getting so good so fast? Well, Christian answered a very honest question. He said, this is just who I am. I've always achieved to do the best that I can possibly do in school and in anything that I do. We are talking about, we've got an overachiever, y'all. Y'all know the type. You know the type. You go to school with them, and they're the guys who always have to get A pluses. They're the guys that have perfect GPAs. They're the dudes that really take school seriously. And that is who Christian Koloko is. He's a high achiever. He's an overachiever. He may have a tiger mom. I don't know. Something like that, But this dude, he doesn't all right, you know how OG doesn't shoot to miss? Well, this dude doesn't do things not to achieve because that's just who he is. When he was in school, he had to get perfect grades because that is the standard he held for himself. So that's what I'm saying. This is the dude that has come into our system with this kind of mindset, high achiever, overachiever, perfect grades, high GPA. That is who Christian Koloko is. And this is part of the reason why his aptitude and his sponging up of the information about how to play for the Toronto Raptors is going so quickly because he's very smart. He's an overachiever, y'all. And this is why he's going to fast track on how quick he's going to get better and better, is because he's that kind of guy. Yeah. So not only do we have this crazy combination of mobility, moving around, the motor, and the height and the length. But this dude is one of those guys who gets after it as far as wanting to be as successful as possible in everything he does. And that's why he's trying not to make any mistakes. That's why he's trying to do perfect things with his footwork. That's why the years at Arizona before he came to the Toronto Raptors, he was working on things up here and overachieving, soaking in everything from his coaches. And that is why he's such an amazing player already, y'all. That is what y'all have to know. The secret is out. Christian Koloko was a straight A student, and he really gave a shit about making straight A's and A pluses and having that 4.0. I'm not gonna lie, that is the truth about Christian. Bam, yeah, I love it. All right, and the other interview was with Dalano Banton. Dalano, you are so modest, sir. You're so funny. Like, you, first of all, your hair's twisted up real nice right now, and you're looking, you're ready for this season. I can tell. Well, Dalano gets on there and he says, yeah, they ask him the difference between this year and last year at this time. And he said, well, I have 1 year experience in the NBA. And he says, I know that's not a lot. Man, you are being modest. Listen, 1 year in the NBA may sound like it's not a lot, but when it's you and what you did over the last year in the NBA, that is not, you cannot say that was not a lot, what you've been doing. You've been doing double time, bro. What are you talking about? You haven't done a lot in your NBA career, bro. You were like overused on the 905 level. You were like getting Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam minutes on the 905 level, and then coming and playing on the main roster. You played on the same day twice, a couple times last season. You had a couple of stretches last season where you did not get any days off, because if you were playing for the Raptors, you were playing for them one day, and then you were playing 905 the next day on their Raptors off day, and then when the 905 were off, you're playing for the Raptors, and then this summer you didn't take any time off. Where were you? You were all over the place, playing everywhere. Summer league down in Brazil, Rico Hines, preseason. Dalano, give yourself some credit. You have done a lot for a rookie in their first year in the NBA. You have a lot of experience, and it is showing. You are being modest, sir. You say, oh, I don't have a lot of experience. Bullshit. You got probably the most jam-packed rookie year of experience anybody can get between the 905 development and the main roster, and then all the summer activities you had this year. So you don't have to give yourself any shine or just put yourself on blast for that. I'll do that for you. But I love that you're being modest. And come on, man, you didn't do a whole lot. You saying you didn't do a whole lot in your career so far? You're lying. You're lying. You jammed that year full of basketball, and you got a lot of experience now. I wouldn't even say you're a 1 year player. I'd say you're a 1.5 year player. You got 1.5 years of experience over the last year. That's what I'm saying, because that summer's got to count for something. You going down to AmeriCup and all the different things and the improvement you've shown, yeah, you got to give yourself more credit, Dalano. That's what I got to say on that. Now, very nice piece in the Players Tribune yesterday from our friend Yuta Watanabe. Yes, he has written a love letter to the cities of Brooklyn and Toronto. Well, you know what, guys? We know who he's with now. And I'm going to tell y'all may be disappointed with what I'm about to say. Yuta is very much Brooklyn. Yeah, he's not with us, y'all. This was a pit stop. He loves us, and he was glad to be here. But Brooklyn is really his place. He started his career in Brooklyn, and he has a lot of affinity for that city in some ways. So in some ways, I want to disown him, but in some ways, we're gonna always be cool with him. But yeah, I don't know if this was him trying to make it clear to Brooklyn Nation that he's not like a double agent, that he's not like going to come over there and help us tonight, because the timing of his letter coming out yesterday is really suspicious. And he does say in the letter, I know we're playing my other team tomorrow, and that's why I want to write this. And he really clearly says in it, I'm a Brooklyn Net. I'm for the Nets, and I'm here to kill the Raptors tonight. So, yeah, he's going to have that attitude that he had for us against other teams against us tonight. That he is very, very clearly standing in Brooklyn Nation. And he should. They're paying him, and he plays for them and stuff like that. So, Raptors Nation, read that letter. It's very interesting. He wrote it in Japanese and it's translated. But understand that this man is on the team that he wants to be on, that this is the team that he started with, and that he has a very strong connection with the Nets. and he's overjoyed that he made their roster and he's going to be playing for them this year. I'm going to tell you right now, they need him. They need him for a couple of things. They may just need him for good vibes and smiles because that team has got some clouds hanging over its head. I'm not going to lie. It really, really does. So, yeah, Yuta, great letter. It's a little disappointing as a Raptor fan to read it, but it is what it is. And you're just being honest. And I know that that was really written more for Brooklyn Nation so that they know they can trust you and that you're not doing some weird stuff for us tonight. Not that anybody does this in the NBA, but maybe they do. I don't know. Kyle may be doing some nice things for us when we play Miami on the down low. I don't know. I'm not that astute to see it all, but very interesting. Yeah. All right, let's see. Yeah, getting close to 500, getting very close. Taco was a genius too, not going to lie. Taco Fall? What are we talking about? Taco Fall. Monique saying another day, another opportunity to get better. Happy game day. Fix the fourth quarter. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see something good tonight, hopefully. Lolita is saying good morning, Raptor Freaks. Good morning, Raptor Freak Lolita. Naco the Nachos here. I feel like Brooklyn is a good big three from style of play perspective, but they ain't figuring it out, at least from that game against the Pelicans. I'm glad Yuta does have a place in the NBA. Yes, this is very true. And honestly, they have the same problem they had last year. This is the same shit. They've got three superstars, and then they have a skeleton crew of a roster. In fact, they're worse this year than they are last year, guys. I'm looking at their roster and I'm thinking about what they're going to do this year, and they're going to be very bad. Like anybody who thinks the Nets are a real contender, you're fucking crazy. They have nobody. Like you expect Kevin Durant to score 30 to 40 points every single game and carry y'all. That's not even going to be enough. Because between them, they're all right. First of all, they're going to need 35 points from Kevin. They're going to need 35 points from Kyrie. That'll make 70 points. And then Ben, if they get 10 points to 20 points from him, that's 80 points. Nobody else is going to be able to get them to 100. That's the thing. It's like Charles says all the time, Charles Barkley. He says, okay, you can have these three-headed superstars, but who the hell is going to carry the rest of the water and get you the high score that actually wins a game? They're not going to be able to score enough points. Kevin and Kyrie are not enough to carry these two guys on their shoulders. And they're going to feel the pressure and the burden of it all. And they're going to miss games too because of this. And then when there's only one of them out there, they're even worse off. Now, I know some people are talking about the game against the Nets last year where Kevin beat us with a bunch of G Leaguers last year. Yeah, that was a special case. That was part of the legend of Kevin Durant. He is an amazing player that he could do that. But a lot of people are forgetting that the team we had that night wasn't exactly our best team either. And that he didn't just beat like the full strength Raptors. He beat a medium-sized Raptors that night with that band of scallywags that he had next to him. So that was very impressive, and it is a part of his legend. But don't expect that kind of shit to happen this year. He was lucky in some ways in that game. He just happened to catch us on an off time with not as many of our guys as we normally do have and stuff like that. So it's been very interesting. I'm going to get into this game and talking about it for sure. Joseph Stark saying, good morning, gents. Looking into the advanced stats, our top players last night were Scotty, OG, Freddie, honorable mentions, Gary, Koloko as far as win ratings. Yes, I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes, they were very good in the first game. I like what they did. I know there's so much hate towards the Raptors from the Cleveland Cavaliers nation. That's fine. Let them hate. You know, other people, they're not paying attention to us. NBA media in the States did not put us on blast for beating Cleveland in the first game. In fact, they very much are focusing on the injury to Garland and the fit with Mitchell and more places, not just on ESPN, the highlights, Instagram for NBA, they barely mentioned that we won that game. And that's fine. Let them do that. They're going to have to mention us winning because we're going to do it over and over again. And they're going to, at some point, not going to be able to ignore it. So you go ahead and keep ignoring it, sports outlets on both sides of the border, but we are going to be fucking getting our shine because we're going to make you pay attention and give us credit for what we're doing. Yeah, we will. Before this season's over, y'all will be giving the Toronto Raptors credit for who they are and how good they are and that they are a real NBA champion contender. Yeah. G's saying, I think because Nets fans are a bit insecure due to KD and Kyrie wanting to leave, wants to make them feel secure about him. Yeah, that may be why Yuta wrote it. I think it's also partly because we're playing them tonight. And that they really, the Nets fans see the strong connection between the Raptor fans and Yuta. The outpouring of love from our fan nation towards Yuta since he left, and him being there still, like everything he posts, there's Toronto fans there saying, "We miss you, Yuta. Come back to Toronto." It's everything that he posts. We were there, and we're saying that kind of stuff to him. So that's part of it right there. And stuff. I think it really was just he wants to let them know that his allegiance is to the black and white and the Brooklyn Nets. He just wants to make sure they know for sure. Stuff like that. Simmons not scoring makes the Nets easy to guard. Double KD, have a good defender on Kyrie. Oh, yeah, we got them locked. Seriously, there's nothing these guys are going to be able to do to us. Defensively, we're going to lock them up. And listen, Ben Simmons is playing center like they said he would. I mean, I'll look at that roster and I'll be like, holy shit, the Nets have nobody up front. Seriously, their best 4 front court players are these 4 names. Let me tell you right now, there ain't no Lopez there to throw no weight around for them right now in Brooklyn. They got their best center, really, to me, is Nicholas Claxton. But we know he's a skinny center, a kind of a Chris Boucher center that can't hold any weight. But he may be their best center as far as I'm concerned. Second, maybe Markieff Morris. Maybe they need to play him at center, but he's really a power forward, and he's really kind of like not a good center in some ways. They may need him just to be the thug or the person that's kind of pushing people around, beating people up, and stuff like that. And maybe not be in the center so much. Ben Simmons is who they want to be the center, and they're starting him at center. I don't think that's a very good choice. But they're playing him at center, and he's getting ate up. He's fouling out. He's not scoring any points. He's not being productive. And go ahead and play him at center tonight. We're licking our chops. You want to play Ben Simmons at center, you make that fatal mistake and see us rout y'all tonight. We are going to rout them tonight. I'm going to predict this right now. We're routing the Nets in Barclay Center tonight because we come with the same energy we had against Cleveland the other night. We're going to do that because they really don't have any. You know who the 4th person is that's their best center? Kevin Durant. Yeah, because he's the tallest player on their team. They have nobody up front, guys. I'm serious. They have absolutely nobody. So they have no way of dealing with bully ball or any of our size in any kind of way. They're fucked. I'm serious. The Nets are fucked. I thought that these teams would at least look good in the beginning, the Nets and the Lakers, but they already look like hot trash in a dumpster. They already both look like hot trash in a dumpster. You can't even start the season off with a couple wins, feeling full strength. These teams, no. You're garbage. Because they're not real teams. They're not in the word team. The word team means a collective of people together working together. That's not what these teams are. They're not teams. That's not a team in Brooklyn. That's not a team in LA. These are not teams. And you see it against real teams when they play them, like the Pelicans and the Clippers. The Pelicans are a real team, and they handled y'all real nice. You think we're a real team when we show up? Yeah, we're going to be a real team tonight when we show up at Barclay Center. And y'all are going to be like 3 superstars, well, 2.5. And yeah, a bunch of, end of the bench, $1 million players that are just minimum contract guys that are absolutely do not worry me at all. Seriously, who the fuck do the Nets have? Excuse me. Now, let me do the injury report. Let me do that first. We'll go ahead and do that right now. For our side, things are looking pretty good. Otto is definitely out tonight. And Chris, you know what? Listen, I think for some reason, I feel like Chris is going to play today, guys. They're saying he's going to be back within this road trip where they go tonight to Brooklyn and Miami for 2 games, that he will play in one of these 3 games coming back. Chris Boucher will be back. He could be back as soon as tonight. But I don't think it will be for sure. It's 50-50 on Chris Boucher tonight. He may be back tomorrow, though. Now, Kem Birch is ready. He's back. He will be playing tonight, guys. So we will have Kem Birch available. So Otto's really the only one that's for sure not going to play tonight. And I would say Chris is 50-50. We could see him play. But it's more likely we'll see him make his season debut in Miami in one of the games in the next couple of days afterwards and stuff like that. On the other side of the ball, Brooklyn has got a couple of important injuries, if you ask me. Seth Curry is out. He will not be playing tonight. We were talking about Seth Curry yesterday, shooting around the Air Canada Center. Well, he's not going to be shooting around in the Barclay Center tonight because he is out. TJ Warren is another injury for them that's out. And Joe Harris, their shooter who's trying to come back from a long injury last year, he's probable. And, that he probably will play. And he does help them with a little bit more on the sides to help them with their roster. But seriously, I look at this roster for Brooklyn and I'm like, y'all are a joke. Seriously, you guys are, Patty Mills is a decent, backup point guard, and he does good things for them off the bench. In fact, he may be the other guy that we really need to watch out for tonight as far as his 3-point shooting. But not having Curry there is great. And the rest of them, I'm like, really, come on, guys. Nick Claxton's up and coming, but he's still got a lot of flaws as a big man. Kessler, Edwards, whatever. David Duke Jr., unfortunate name. Royce O'Neal, Day'Ron Sharp, Cam Thomas, Edmund Sumner, Yuta Watanabe, Alondes Williams. I mean, who are these people? We know who Yuta Watanabe is, but listen, that's what I'm saying. They have a lot of bench guys. They're kind of like our bench last year. Well, Yuta's there. It's exactly like our bench, but they're shaky. They're not dependable, and they're not going to show up. That's the thing. They're going to have box scores all year, whereas Kevin has like 35 to 40 points. Kyrie has like 20 to 30. Ben, who cares? Whatever he's going to do, he's going to be a big question mark. And then the rest of them are all going to be like zeros and like fives. And like they're going to really have a hard time scoring enough points to win games this year. I'm sorry. You can have one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, but if you don't have a supporting cast, how do you fill up the water jug to the top to be able to fill the jug higher than the other team's jug? You can't, because you don't have any support. You don't have any other players to support and help you guys. You don't have role players. You don't have a bench. You have 3 superstars. That's what y'all got in Brooklyn. Well, I'd say 2.5. I keep saying 3, but I don't even know why I'm saying that, because Ben Simmons doesn't count. He has not proven that he's back yet in who he was before. So this is honestly, in some ways, I think this is a cream puff tonight to beat them. But you do have to respect Kevin and Kyrie. You have to respect who they are and that they can sometimes single-handedly do amazing things. But on paper, this team is garbage. Like, seriously, it pisses me off that NBA experts think this team's better than us and they put them in rankings higher than us, because this team is not better than us. It's the same shit as the other day with Cleveland. They think Cleveland's better than us. Well, we need to fucking beat these teams that they rank higher than us in their ESPN power rankings and show them that they are not at our level. They are not anywhere near a championship like we are. Brooklyn's not close to winning a championship. You think that they can fucking win a championship with this roster that I just told y'all about? You're crazy. Brooklyn Nets, you don't have any championship aspirations this year. Don't kid yourself. And that dumpster fire is burning on the down low with Kevin Durant. And that's, they lose bad to Pelicans the first game. They lose bad to the Raptors tonight, and they lose again the next game. Yeah, everything can just unravel real quick. And that dumpster fire's got gas that Tom Duke brought to the party and dumped it all in your dumpster. And now it's just inferno. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right, G saying, I think because Nets fans are okay. That we read that one. Let's see. G saying Simmons not scoring makes the Nets easy to guard. Yeah, I read that one. Nako is saying out of everyone, hang on. Out of everyone, whoa, it did jump a bit. Okay, out of everyone, I think KD cares the most. I definitely think that too. Maybe Yuta too. Logical saying, shot one, not going to lie. The Nets have big issues roster-wise, even with KD and Kyrie as shooters. That's not what's the issue. The bottom line, short story, Simmons plays guard on defense and plays forward on offense. He can do whatever, switching around, stuff like that. Scotty Barnes is a better player than Ben Simmons. I'm going to say that right now, and I believe it. Ben Simmons is so heralded and hyped and an NBA golden boy, but Scotty Barnes is a better player at this point than Ben Simmons right now. That's what I'll say right now, and I stand by it. Joseph Stark saying, our worst players were Juancho and Thad by far. Our honorable mention, shockingly, is Pascal. With so much room to grow, we're going to be such a good team. I can't wait. No reason to mention that they're our worst players. They did fine. They played solid minutes. They didn't cause a lot of problems. And that was just one of those periods of time in the game where it's like the tide was turning. The Cavs were scoring and coming back on us and stuff like that. Yo, Ahmed Gaming, good to see you again. Logical Raptors fanatic saying Simmons needs someone to clean up his weaknesses, and the Nets don't have one or more players to fix that issue. He's a flawed player in a lot of different ways, like whether it's like his head right now or just his positional stuff or the fact that he doesn't shoot well. There's a lot of problems with him and stuff like that. He's a headache. Let's just put it that way. He's a headache and it's stuff like that. It's gonna be fun to see. Like, let's see. G saying, but at least Pascal took all the defensive pressure off the other players by being targeted on D. That Thad shot an important three, and Wancho needs time, in my opinion. Yet, but Starks goes to show how good they can be. They can improve and stuff like that. I didn't think they were bad, and like I said, I don't want to nitpick negative stuff, especially if we just win and stuff like that. And I know you're just giving us the report of who you saw was good in the last game and stuff like that. That's no problem with that too. Stuff like that. Ahmed is saying, I missed the Jurassic Classic this week and I'm sad. Yeah, it was Alvin Boogie Williams. It was pretty good. We're not going to be doing trivia very often now because the season started and we're going to have games and reactions and stuff like that going on. But they will happen from time to time. So that's why, Ahmed, you have to be a regular viewer to really do well at trivia and win that Vince Carter bobblehead bootleg that I have for the champion this year. You got to be here ready just to play, just in case I do put a trivia game up. The easiest way to figure it out is when do we have 2 days off in a row? Usually the second day off will be a trivia day and stuff like that. All right, Rahul's here. Good to see Rahul. I want to see how Siakam performs in this game. I'm keeping a close eye on Siakam, how he's going to impact this game. I bet OG and Scotty are going to have good games. Yeah, I hope they all have good games. Pascal is a true superstar, and he's doing true superstar stuff for us already in game 1 of the season. Stuff like that. Randolph Phillips, your blessings for Raptor Freaks. Let's go, Raptors. That's right. Let's go, Randolph Phillips, Raptor Freak, Randolph Phillips. Let's go. It's game day. We got to get ready. Yeah, I'm excited. Monique saying Chris Boucher re-signed with Slim Jim, and rest in peace, Tony Brown. Yes. Yes, good to see Chris with his ads. And yes, this is really sad. Tony Brown, the referee we were talking about that has been battling pancreatic cancer. We talked about him on the ref report this past Sunday. He passed yesterday at the age of 55. It is really sad. He was battling this for a while. And a lot of the former players now have been coming out of the woodworks to give him condolences and sympathies and stuff like that. And some of them, it was interesting. Matt Barnes commented that he was one of the good ones. That out of all the referees, Tony Brown was one of the good ones in a lot of the players' eyes. And it is sad and it sucks. And I know that they're going to do a lot to remember him. Maybe even tonight. Hopefully, they will remember Tony Brown tonight at the game. And my deepest sympathies and condolences to Tony Brown's family and friends and the referee community in the NBA in general. Look, I know I'm hard on you guys, but I want you guys to be like the Raptors and do your job and excel and be the best you can be. Because I love the NBA and I want the NBA to be the fairest, best, most officiated, the best league in the world. And I know you guys can do this and you want to do this. That's why I'm so hard on y'all and critical of y'all. But I do still really appreciate the jobs that y'all do in the games to keep the NBA going and everything like that. So don't get it twisted. It's not an animosity. It's a building of respect. And that we really do appreciate the refs and the job that they do. It's a hard job to do. They get scrutinized so hard. And yeah, I'm not your enemy. I'm just somebody who wants to keep y'all on the up and up from a Toronto Raptors fan perspective and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really sad to hear about Tony Brown yesterday. And I know that they'll talk about him a lot. Let's see. Keith will get bodied by Koloko. Yeah, I like that, Amit. Fun guys here. We always have way more energy on the road. Yeah, there's something fun about getting to New York City and being the Big Apple. I saw the footage of Justin and Ron Harper getting off the plane in New York, and that's Justin's home. Justin's back home, and they have that good music on. And he's coming in with a New York look on his face. Like, yeah, don't fuck with me. I'm Jay Pangy. Yeah, and Ron Harper's right behind him. He's got connections to around that area also. So yeah, Precious, he's another one who has a lot of connections to the New York area and stuff like that. So there is a buzz, there is a feeling about being the Road Warriors, being the ones that are on the road and the edge, and that people are out to get you and stuff like that. Well, I want to see these guys kick some major ass as the Road Warriors tonight. Legion of Doom, doom the Nets is what I'm saying right now. Yeah. Amit Gaming has said Ben Simmons is half of a person. Well, he's half a superstar. Not half a person. I guess I shouldn't diss him like that. I mean, he is Australian. That's a bad joke. All right, I'm a fun guy. Laugh out loud. Don't jinx us, Alexi. Laugh my ass off. We expect to win, but Brooklyn is no push off. I'd love to start 2-0, but we got to go and win that. Won't be easy. I don't agree with this, a fun guy, in some ways. I really do see the Nets as an easier matchup than Cleveland the other night. That, there are real problems with them. They did not play well against the Pelicans. I'm going to tell you that right now. They had trouble scoring. Everything that Jonas and Zion did to them was all down low. They dominated the paint. They beat them up. And just by going by what the Pelicans did to them in their first game, we're going to do the same damn thing because we have the same kind of personnel of big guys, and we can dominate them in the paint. They can't do shit in the paint this year. The Nets are way worse this year than last year because they lost some of their big, like, I feel like they're not that big this year. They're going to look real small tonight. Trust me. They're going to look real small. And if we bully them like we bully Cleveland, they're going to get really bullied. Now, once again, the X factor is the superstar that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are. And can they elevate their game to carry the whole entire team, just the two of them? Because they don't have anybody that's going to step up and help them otherwise in major ways. Sure, Patty Mills once in a blue moon may pop up and have a 20-point, 25-point game. But otherwise, they really don't have enough scoring on their team. They really don't. You couple that they don't have scoring on their team. They don't have any low post defense. They don't have anything. We're going to eat them alive near the basket. I'm telling you right now, I can see it. It's like this is. I don't worry about this Brooklyn team like I did last year. I worried about them way more last year than this year. This is different. They're broken. You know that Kevin is not where he wants to be. He doesn't trust Steve Nash, and they already got blown out in the first game. Well, we beat them up and play bully ball on them. They're going to have even worse confidence. It's going to get worse and worse, especially since Ben's going to be a failure. And they're going to be like pointing fingers at him. It's going to blow up really fast. In fact, I'm surprised how quickly the Lakers have blown up and they look like complete trash. And I'm actually really am shocked that the Nets are so bad also to start. We're going to make them look bad tonight. Trust me. And the NBA is going to have to be like, what the fuck? The Raptors are OP on everybody all of a sudden. So I'm glad that you're respecting it. And maybe I am getting a little ahead of myself and stuff like that. But this is what just from my experience of handicapping and reading teams and games, this is what I'm telling y'all is going to happen tonight. That they don't have anything, no answer for anything down low. They really don't. You think Ben Simmons is going to be the answer? Because that's basically who they have. Him and Morris and Claxton. Those three guys are their defense, basically down low. They have nobody else. Everybody else is guards. Everybody else is little boys, little babies. Not little boys, little babies. And yeah, then those three guys. And is Kevin going to do low post defense and do like bodying kind of defense kind of stuff? No. So it's going to be all on Morris, all on Claxton, and all on Ben Simmons. And do you have any like confidence in that trio to seal out the Raptors near the basket? Do you have confidence in that? Because that's what I'm saying. That's what they're looking at tonight. Seriously. Those three dudes against all our Raptors 6'9" craziness. Yeah, they're in trouble. The Nets are favored by 2.5 points. Good. Go make some easy money today, y'all. Put it on the Raptors because we're gonna beat their ass tonight. I really do see it. I really do see it. He has to be perfect. They have to be shooting crazy and they have to be doing some crazy overpowering. Because this is the thing, their roster is totally not ready to handle our fundamental style of playing that we're doing. We're doing bullying and we're going for possessions, like getting as many possessions from deflections. We're going to be stealing the ball from them. We're going to be getting in transition. We're going to be getting offensive rebounds. We're going to be getting like so much stuff easy in this game, way easier than messing with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. So it's going to be fun. And I trust this. And maybe I'll be completely wrong. And I'll say it tomorrow. I'll be like, man, fun guy, you were right. I should have been more serious about thinking about them. I'll admit that tomorrow if I'm wrong about this, fun guy, and that you were right. All right? Well, remember this. But I hope you're feeling even better, too. I hope your sickness has been gone a couple days now, hopefully. Let's see. Monique is saying, of course they put the Nets ahead of us. Shaking my head. Laugh out loud. Monique is like, you guys, don't you learn? When do you learn NBA? When you learn odds makers? You guys do not know us. If you don't know us by now, you will never, never, never know us. Whoa. Some Simply Red, some Simply Raptors Red coming to your town and beating your ass. That's what I'm talking about right now. Yeah. Logical saying the Nets' current roster sounds like the Tampa roster. Not gonna lie, that is not far off. Seriously. They got 2.5 superstars, and then they got Joe Harris, who's hurt, and then they got Seth Curry, who's out. And I mean, those are 3-point shooters. That's great. They ain't got no beef down low. No beef down low. Nothing down there. I'm telling you. Joseph Stark saying, imagine y'all, showdown, Scotty versus Durant. Scotty leads us to a blowout. To all the pundits who said Toronto's dumb for not making this trade, what are you going to say now? Yeah, I'd love to see that. Scotty versus Kevin Durant. All of the stupid bullshit this summer. People saying the Brooklyn Nets really want Scotty. Yeah, the fans are like, Scotty, you're going to be a net. On his Twitch, they were coming in. We banned the words Brooklyn and Nets and Kevin Durant from the chat in Scotty's Twitch because these idiots were coming in there like crazy, Nets Nation. Like, you're going to be a net soon, Scotty. You're going to be a net. He wasn't hearing that. And we just banned all those names and we got those people away. But it was crazy. The first day of Kevin Durant trade speculation about Scotty Barnes, Scotty got on Twitch and he was barraged with so much bullshit about him becoming a net from that fan nation. So there are going to be it's going to be fun. I want to see Scotty fuck them up. And they'll be like, yeah, we wish we had Scotty. I really hope that there is a bit of that tonight for sure. G saying Ben has to guard Scotty, OG, Pascal, and Koloko driving the room. I know. That's what I'm saying. Who's going to do it? Nicholas Claxton? Who's going to do it? Markieff Morris? Ben Simmons. You go ahead and try that, Brooklyn. Let's see how this works out tonight. I'm so excited about tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like fun to see a game that actually embodies the words fuck Brooklyn. That is literally what tonight's going to look like. I'm serious. I feel so good about this already, that this game is going to be the epitome of the words coming out of Masai Ujiri's mouth at Jurassic Park years ago. Fuck Brooklyn. It's going to be the embodiment of a basketball game that says that. That's what I'm saying right now. Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be so good. Logical saying Scotty did say he turns up for KD and LeBron, and it showed last year. So Scotty could come out and beast the Nets. Yeah, he has so much respect for both those guys. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA. Like, doesn't matter what era or anything. There is a lot of respect to him, but he has flaws. He has problems. He has personality defects. And that is just, you got to capitalize on them in some ways. He is a salty dude, and he is not wanting to be on this team. He's playing because he just has to play for them. He did not want to be there. And this is so crazy. Both him and Kyrie did not want to be there. And they're going to play this game as pretending like that with this skeleton crew around them. Yeah, this is going to be a disaster all year long. Seriously, you guys cannot think that Brooklyn the Nets are a true championship contender. They have a skeleton crew, and two of their superstars, the two main important superstars, did not want to be there. So yeah, you think that's a healthy situation? You think that that's building towards a championship? You're crazy. You are crazy. G saying, I'm not a Simmons fan in any way, but they are playing him all wrong, and that is why he fouls out. He's going to be their scapegoat. Sure. That's not something you should do to somebody who's missed 2 years in a row. Put them in the position where they have to be the starting center and they're undersized, and it doesn't even play to their gifts, their strengths. That's not his strength. In fact, that's going to take away from him. This is very much like Tampa Raptors, like Logical said, because they're doing something like putting OG at the center. Like we put OG at the center in Tampa when we didn't have any centers. Well, that's kind of what they're doing with Ben. In fact, I think OG's a better center than Ben because he's stronger and he's tougher. And Ben's just a pushover. Like we literally saw him get pushed over in the center position already, where a player came in and pushed him and he went right out of bounds and stuff like that. I think it was Zion. Zion did that to him. He just pushed him right out of bounds. It's like, how are you going to stop Zion as a defensive center, Ben Simmons? How are you going to stop Precious Achiuwa? How are you going to stop Scotty Barnes? You're not going to stop any of them. So you go ahead and play him at center, Brooklyn. This is going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be fun as hell, fun guy. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hyped. Ooh, TGIF. Let's go get some Nets. Beat them down. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah. No doubt. Fun guy. Fun game. Let's see. Logical saying I got special intro coming. Fun guy. It has fun guy in it. Awesome. Nice. Morning, family. Raptor Freaks Forever. Seymour Pape. Good morning to you, Raptors Freak. Seymour Pape. It's a very special day. We get to play the Nets. Let's get them. Let's get it. Yeah. Monique saying Kawhi Anthony Leonard is back. Yes, he came off the bench last night, and they did take care of business and beat the Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers are 0-2 now, and they're a dumpster fire. There's all kinds of problems there. Their team is a shell of itself. That's not a team. That's what I'm saying. That's a superstar and a broken superstar and a superstar that's a head case, and then it's a skeleton crew. After that, it's the same thing. They mirror each other, the Nets and the Lakers. In the last 3 years, they have been dumpster fires. So here's to your all's three-peats as dumpster fires. 3 years in a row, dumpster fires, Lakers and Nets. That is very tough to do. At some point, you got to get better somehow, some way. Well, go ahead, Lakers and Nets. Three-peat on your dumpster fireisms because you're on your way. Good job. You're starting the season strong for your dumpster fires. Yeah. Very, very good. Let's see. Ken A saying Nets only have 2.5 players and no bench. Yeah, they really don't. I got to give a little credit to Patty Mills, but really, their young players that are coming up they're not really that good. There's some really on their team. Really is. I don't understand. They're going to have a lot of trouble keeping up with scoring with the other team, and they're going to have a lot of trouble just stopping the other team from scoring. Pelicans got 130 points on them, and it wasn't that hard because they dominated the paint. They absolutely dominated the paint. The Nets had no answer for them anywhere near the paint, and it absolutely killed them. It absolutely killed them. So I expect us to do the same damn thing tonight, is dominate the paint and just mess them up. Seymour saying Clippers, Mavs blew big leads. If Raps make free throws, we will win big and not drop big leads like the others. Yeah, that was weird that Phoenix came back and won against the Mavs the other night. They were really getting their ass kicked and stuff like that. But there was also another weird thing with the Bulls and Heat game. When DeMar and Kyle played in their first game, the Bulls could not score at the very beginning of the game. It was 33-0 at the very beginning of the game. Miami was up 33-0 over the Bulls, and then they came back and won the game by the end of the game. And that really was a testament to DeMar DeRozan. But yeah, there have been some big leads that have been made up already in this very young early NBA season. And I'm glad. This is the thing. The Lakers don't have the personnel or whatever to finish the game to win. And the Clippers did. And good for you, Clippers. I want y'all to beat the Lakers every single time it's an LA versus LA matchup. You go, Clippers. You go, Kawhi. You come back and make them remember who you are. Because the NBA forgot how important and how good you are, Kawhi Leonard, and you're on your way back. Good morning to Sue. I am pumped for the game tonight against the Nets. Yes, we're all pumped up. We are pumped up. Yes. Seymour saying Sixers 0-2 start to start the season. I know they lost to Milwaukee last night. You're really not impressing me, Sixers. You have problems. Joel Embiid is not. I don't know if it's because you guys are directing water to the James Harden at this point, and everything's going through him. He's got all the dribbles. He's everything. Well, it's at the detriment of Joel Embiid because his game suffered. He looked bad last night. Bad. And Maxey is not playing at a very high level to start the season either. So the Sixers are 0-2. Well. Let's see if they have their shit together by next week when they come to Toronto and play 2 games against us. I'd like to see us get on them early since they ain't got their shit together yet. Yeah. Woo. I hope Sue's saying, I love to see it. I hope they keep losing. Yeah, me too. Logical saying, if Simmons is on Pascal, we could see Nick go heavy OG and Barnes to attack the rim. Do you think Simmons is a good defender and he can lock up Pascal? Yeah, we'll see. I don't care. We're going to get them one way or another. That's what we're all about right now, is finding that mismatch and capitalizing on it and bullying them with it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and find out, who the guards are guarding, who the little guys are guarding, and we're going to bully them. Yeah, love it. Love it. Sue's saying, hey, Lex, is Curry and Harris still out for them too again? Curry is out for sure. Harris is probable. So I'm going to guess maybe Joe Harris will show up and be playing tonight, and that will help them because he definitely is a threat we need to watch out for on the outside. So that's a very important key to win, is keep track of Patty Mills and Joe Harris on the 3-point line, because they can help them as being secondary scorers. They're probably the most capable bench guys for them and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have to watch out for them, but at least Curry's not playing. He will not be there for sure. Fun guy saying, I just still have PTSD from losing to OKC, Detroit, and Orlando last year, laughing my ass off. Well, that's just because we didn't bring good energy in those games and stuff like that. And yeah, we're gonna have duds here and there and stuff like that. I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's just go with the good feelings and play our style of play. And maybe those duds are still W's just because of the way we play our style of play, that it fundamentally wins games, even if you don't shoot well or do your free throws exactly right. All that kind of stuff doesn't matter because you're playing the Raptor style. And that style wins with physicality and possessions and just doing whatever they can to win. Joe Harris and Seth are out. Joe Harris is probable, so that probably means he will play, because probable is pretty good. But Seth is out. Yeah, there you go. That's the injury report, guys. Seymour saying hi to Sue and back and forth. I love it. Let's see. Fun guy saying, but I fully agree. We could blow them out, to be honest. I think we will. Seriously. That's what I always like to pre-visualize success. Magic Johnson used to say that he dreamed about making free throws in his sleep, that he would pre-visualize the free throws way ahead, and then they would happen in real life. And it's like, whoa, I'm living my dream. So yeah, I'm pre-visualizing that we should do this tonight, and that's what I really hope will happen. And hopefully, I'm right. Monique saying second episode of Open Gym tonight. Yes. All right. Finally, we're getting Open Gym back again. There's been a couple of weeks since the first episode, and now we'll get the next episode. In fact, I think this is actually technically the season premiere of the season, is the one that's coming out tonight, and that was kind of like a summer supplemental for Summer League that they put out. They do that usually every year. They'll do like a Summer League episode. But yeah, we should have a new Open Gym episode tonight. So look for it when it drops and stuff like that. Yeah, let's go. Episode 2, Open Gym. Sue's saying, why is U.S. media not talking about the Nets being a dumpster fire, giving them the odds to beat us? Crazy. Well, maybe they're not objective. Maybe we're not objective. I don't know who's objective. Who's objective? Who's fair and objective anymore in today's world? I don't know. I mean, Cleveland fans are not fair and objective. I feel like we are. I mean, we're like, yeah, this is a good game. Raptor fans are kind of like, if we lose this game, it's been a really good close game, and we'd be okay with it. So I wouldn't be that way. But some Raptor fans were like, this was a good competitive game, and if we lost, so what? I wasn't like that, but some were. But definitely Cleveland fans were just, how they're acting and stuff like that. But yeah, who knows? Objectiveness in today's world, in any kind of arena, politics, real world, sports, whatever. Yeah, it's tough to find in some cases. And I'm not even saying I'm that objective, because I am very biased. In fact, I'm the counterbalance to all this bullshit from them. Is they ignore us, they poo-poo us, they sewer us, and I'll do the same damn thing in the other direction. And that's why I'm saying I put them down. I won't give them the respect or the shine the Nets deserve, maybe in some ways, just because it's just the opposite of what they're doing to us, is why I do it that way. But I think I'm very realistic about what I'm saying about the team, because there's a basis. You have to score a certain amount of points to win in the NBA. And if you don't have enough scoring average on all your roster across the board, you add all the scoring average of all your players, and it only adds up to like 80 points, you're going to lose, because you don't have enough scoring. So Kevin Durant, you can get 40 points. Kyrie can get 30. Who's going to get the other 10 to 20 to 30 that you need to score the rest to win the game? That's what I'm saying. That's a big flaw. And then don't even get me started on how bad defense this team plays. The Nets do not have any defense this year. So they're going to be in a scoring race with people. Well, then now go back to my first point. If they're going to be in a scoring race with people because they have no defense, well, do they have enough guns at that gunfight to really have an even battle, is what I'm saying. Yeah, there's the flaws. That's the basic fundamental basketball flaws in the Brooklyn Nets right now. They're going to be in scoring races because they have no defense. And do they have enough guns at the OK Corral? I don't think they do. I do not think they do. Yeah. All right, let's see. Fun guy's saying Scotty needs to play best, so he's on that NBA highlight thumbnail with Durant. Yeah. Well, they'll give us our shine. They're really going to try not to do it right away, but at some point we will force them to. Sue says, I want Scotty to leave KD just looking at him as he passes by him, just like last year. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, we want to see some battles with them and some little fun stuff that happens. Scotty did really good in his first couple battles with Kevin Durant already. Now more experience, knowing better, the new Scotty, the guy who's doing stuff like he did in the last game. It'll be fun to see what he pulls on him tonight. Yeah, it'll be very fun. Joel Embiid looks really bad right now. Yeah, Sixers 0-2. I know. Random gamer, don't come in here. We're gonna be ragging on your team for a little bit. Uh, G saying Embiid plays like an older player. I've been saying he will have hip issues with his style. Could be. That could be right. One too many falls on your hip. You know, when you get older and you have that medical alert, you don't want to be falling like that. This may be a bad habit for Joel Embiid for when he's older. That'd be crazy. He's elderly and all of a sudden he flops by accident because of old bad habits and then he broke his hip. Like that would be horrible for Joel. Stop flopping. It's a bad habit. It could be very bad for you when you're elderly. Let's just put it that way, Joel. Click saying, if there's anything I want to see tonight, I would like to see the Raptors bench outscore the Nets bench. That would be very encouraging. Felt like it was rare to see that last year. Yeah, it was rare for our bench to outscore the other team's bench, but that's not going to be the case this year. And I think we're going to do much better with our bench scoring. Now, the first game was very starter heavy. But this is the thing. I just told you about the Nets bench. You think our bench can outscore their bench tonight? Well, especially if Chris Boucher shows back up tonight. Yeah, we should be able to outscore their bench. But this is a stat we should look at tonight. I think that's a good idea, Click, to kind of look at the bench scoring at the end of the night and see if we were successful in outscoring them there. That'd be good. Hot take Jay's here. Hot take Gary Trent getting traded at the deadline. I don't like that because I love Gary and he's a child prodigy and he loves being in Toronto. And Gary Trent Sr. was in the box at the first game wearing a nice shirt, just proud of his son. There's a legacy. There's a father-son legacy with our roster. And we ain't about doing trades. Now, I like that you come in here, Hot Take Jay, and you give us hot takes all the time. But I'm going to disagree with this one because I want to keep this band together and play that beautiful music with this components of everybody on all the instruments for as long as we can. Because this is a jam. This is like KC and the Sunshine Band. Do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Down tonight. And I really like the way that Gary Trent plays the piano. Like, he's very much like Nick Nurse. He hits those right notes of the side step and the step back and then go to the basket kind of stuff with when he plays his music in the games. I just love his musicianship. So I don't want to trade him, but you know what? This may be true. He may end up getting traded. I won't discount that you may be right, but I don't like to talk about trades. I don't want to trade anybody. I love my Raptors and who we got. We don't want to trade anyone. But if it happens, it's because we trust in Messiah and that it will be the best thing for us. Lolita saying, thanks for the heads up for Jake's takes. I just watched the Gary Trent Jr. episode. Wasn't it cool, Lolita? Jake is a real one. Like, he is one of us for sure. Jake is so diehard Raptors. I love that. I love hearing his enthusiasm about the Raptors and rooting for them. Good job, Jake. You are a real one, a winner. Seymour saying Harden dribbled more than the whole team combined. Yeah, that's the stat that they're showing, that Harden is really handling the ball a lot. Like, he is dribbling more than everybody else combined. And that's the way they're going to go. They're going to live and die. This sounds like Houston Rockets maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. It's what they're doing right now. The Sixers are looking like the Rockets when Harden was scoring like 35 points and they were losing every game. That's what they look like in the first 2 games of the season right now. The old Rockets. Tom Duke saying, so good. Hey, Lolita. And no way, Jay. I don't see it. By then, Raptors will have momentum and everything with our team will be perfect. Why would we do any moves? No. So Tom doesn't want it to happen either. We're like, no, trade talk. No. Yeah, and I think he's right. Like, if we get things going in a good way and things are just not broken, why fix it? So, I mean, unless there's like a move that could put us over to the top, kind of like a Marc Gasol move, and he's involved in that trade or something like that. That's the way I could see it happening. But otherwise, we're not just frivolously trading people and stuff like that. Get down tonight. Dun, dun. Rahul's saying the Raptors won't afford to keep all those guys. All right, Rahul's has front office experience, and we've talked to him about this. Well, I don't know, Rahul. Like, we'll have to see. We're going to make some tough decisions for sure. But what if we go into the luxury tax just like the Warriors do? Because we understand this nucleus is a winning nucleus and that we do want to keep it together and intact as much as possible. Maybe we do lose one guy or something like that. But what if we can really figure it out and keep them all together? That's really what I want to do. That's really want to do. Hot take, Jason. I don't want to trade anyone either. See, he's just making a prediction, and you know what? It's valid. It's very valid and stuff like that. And I know that he doesn't want anybody traded either. It's just that he's being realistic that this may very well be what he's saying and stuff like that. Tom Duke saying, Rahul, what do you know? Spill the beans. Because he's in the front office and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, Rahul. We'll figure it out. We'll make the money work. I love seeing Larry Tannenbaum in the hallway when Pascal comes off the court after the game and he comes and gives him a big, huge hug. That's the man who will figure it out. He will get these guys the beans. He will give them the beans. Logical saying, Rahul, long term it gets tight, but we can by dumping like 3 mil. I covered that all in my extension series, and finale is that part. Cool. So check out Logical Raptors Fanatics stuff on the salary cap and how we can make things work with our core and stuff like that. I love that you made that content, Mike, because that actually is good evidence to point people to your explanation on how we can make it work. Aaron Rose, thank you for writing articles about how we can make this work also. And because this is the thing, there's a perception that there's only a certain amount for everyone. Well, that's not totally the case in the NBA. You can do things really weird in this league if you really want to win. And that's spending. And like I said before, the Raptors organization, the ownership wants to make money. And to make money, you got to spend money. And they know from spending money and getting that championship, the Raptors' value went, well, they get a second championship. They get a third championship. This is like Jerry Buss in the 80s with the Lakers getting a dynasty together. His franchise value went skyrocketed when the Lakers won 5 championships in the 80s. So this is why one championship isn't enough, because the franchise value will go up with every single one. So that's why if we want to invest in making the owners want to invest in making the Raptors as valuable as possible, they should be wanting to win championships, and a lot of them, just like the Lakers did in the 80s, because that was the whole secret to Jerry Buss becoming a very rich man, is that, you watch that winning time and they were in trouble. The team was about to fold. Well, he turned it around with championships and they made money then. And that valuation of the Lakers went and that's the same thing Tannenbaum and the ownership group at MLSE wants. Trust me, they will spend money to make more money in the long run. And that's why Raptor fans need to stop worrying about the numbers, the digits. Yeah, sure, they're really crazy in today's economic world. But we give Fred some crazy $120 million contract or whatever, how much, that should not be a problem from y'all, because you think that some other money's getting taken away from possibly Precious or Scotty or somebody else. Let them all get paid and keep them all, is what I'm saying. Stuff like that. Yeah. Rahul's saying the only way I'm trading OG or Gary is if it's for a superstar. Yeah, consolidation trade. It would be kind of like, okay, we do get Kevin, and we do it like that, like where it's kind of like a 2 for 1, but we're getting a one really good player for those guys. And that's the only way I would do it too, Rahul. That's very smart thinking. Logical saying, I point the issues with keeping them, though, not going to lie. So he does go on fair sides, and that's important to see both sides of it, the negatives and the positives, and how it may not work and stuff like that also. But, listen, these guys are good players. They're hard workers. Fred and Pascal are the leaders. They get bags. They still work hard. The young guys will be the same way. That's the problem. You don't want to give a bag to somebody and they're a knucklehead, and then they start loafing, or they're a problem, and you just paid them a huge amount of money. That's right. Really being smart about your investment in the player. Well, what is their character? What do you think is going to happen when you give them the money? Are they going to get lazier? Are they not going to try as hard? Well, you look at their character and you say, I want to invest in this player because I know Fred is going to try his ass off no matter what. Meanwhile, you could invest in a very talented, better player than Fred in your mind, and you don't get that value back because they of different other issues. That's what I'm saying. And that's why we really build from character here in Toronto, that all of our guys are the right kind of guys to invest in. There's no duds. There's nobody that, like, if we threw a huge amount of money at, I'd be like, that's a mistake. Because they're all going to be good and they're all going to work hard. And I'm not worried about any of them dogging it just because they got paid and stuff like that, like I would with other people and stuff like that. So Rahul's saying teams who draft Victor boost the team's value by 500 million. That is facts and cap. Is that facts and cap? No, I don't think that's facts. I mean, that's silly. I really think Koloko's a lot like Victor more than we think without the jump shot stuff on the outside. There's a lot of parallels to Victor and Koloko in some ways, and we're not even thinking about that. Lolita saying, how about we are the champions? Yes, let's go, Lolita. Yeah, let's go get that second one this year. Rahul, who do you would you do SGA for Trent in a pick? Ooh, I like Trent too. I don't know if I do that one either right now. I don't know. Like I said, I just want to stand pat, and we don't really want to do too much trade speculation here. The extension series is like a course on real NBA salary management and rules surrounding signing and rights and salary cap numbers. Okay, that's good content. Y'all check out his channel. Seriously, there's all kinds of good information there. Duke's saying OG and Barnes are good friends. I can't see OG ever getting traded. Yeah, and the picture of him with Masai, that's his dad, man. He's not going to trade his son. Come on now, y'all. Good morning, Mason Culligan. Raptor Freak Mason Culligan. Good to see you. Seymour saying Koloko is the best 33rd pick I've ever seen. Yeah, I believe that. Rahul saying, I'm doing the Gary first round pick for SGA in a heartbeat. Okay, so Rahul would do that in his front office. All right, let's get into some more about tonight. The ref report. Y'all, I've seen the refs for tonight, and I'm not happy. This is not a good ref crew for us, and this may be a ref hit job. This may be the thing that worries me the most about the game tonight is the referees, because we do not have good referees for us at all. In fact, our head chief is James Capers Jr. This is the son of James Capers Sr., who was a long time ref from like way before. And he is a nepotism hire. That is right. This is a junior he has his job because his dad had his career. Now, he may be a very good ref and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. But that is his reason why he's in the league. Just so y'all know, his dad was a ref before him. Now, he's a 28-year ref. We have two 28-year refs tonight. And that bodes to the whole thing about having experienced refs means that this is an important game and that the NBA cares about this game to an extent. If they have two almost 30-year refs involved. And that's the thing. James Capers is on my bad list as far as like one of the bad senior refs for us, like on the list with Tony Brothers and Ed Malloy. So this is not a good ref crew for us tonight. And the second ref is Sean Corbin. We had him last week, and he was very good to us in the Boston game. In overtime in Montreal. Now, Sean Corbin, this is good because he is a good ref for us, but he's the best ref for us tonight. Now, I'll go over the percentages real quick. As far as James Capers Jr., we win 47.2% of the time. That is below our 48 average and, just barely below. But that means we've lost more under him over our history than we've won, and that's not good. And then with Sean Corbin, it's 54.7%. So that's our best percentage with the refs. And he's a 28-year ref, like I said. Now, James Capers likes his favorite movie is Malcolm X. He likes to eat lobster rolls and Martha's Vineyard. His favorite app is Pandora. And he likes to play Bidwist, guys. He's from Chicago. And now Sean Corbin, we know from last week, he likes steak and lobster. He likes the Godfather movies and CSI Miami. And his hidden talent, he's a good cook. And our third ref is, this is the worst ref we have, is a ref we've never won a game when they've refereed, Danica Mosher, third-year ref. She's only been in the league for a couple of years, third year this year, and we are 0-3. Every single game we've played with her refereeing, we've lost. So she is the third ref tonight. So we have two kind of shitty refs and one good ref. The middle ref is good, Sean Corbin. And then James Capers Jr. and Danica Mosher, not necessarily the best refs for us. Now, Danica is from Orlando. She likes Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Her favorite musician is Justin Timberlake. Her favorite meal is oxtail. And her bucket list is to own a cat cafe. Okay, well, doesn't really jive with what you're doing now. Maybe I guess you could have a side hustle as a cat cafe or something like that. So I'm not real happy with this ref crew. This is not a friendly ref crew, so we're going to need to really watch them. In particular, the young ref, Danica, and then James Capers Jr. As I said, he's kind of from the Philadelphia ref mafia kind of days, like because of his dad and the linkage to that. Now, Sean Corbin, we love you. Please, we hope that you're more enforcing things and stuff on the court and stuff. So there's your ref report. Not the best ref crew for us tonight. And it could be a factor in what happens tonight. So really pay attention to whether they're going to help the Nets and with all the things that we just talked about earlier with their deficiencies and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. There you go. There's your ref report. Yeah. I don't like it. We're gonna have the real mascot matchup very soon, Tom. Yep, that's gonna be coming up next. Yeah, ref hit job. We'll have to see if it happens. I hope not. Hopefully, we can just be overpowering enough to just overcome anything. But do watch for any kind of weirdness from them tonight. Seriously, they could happen. Let's see. Logical saying Tom Duke, she got fired, went to T dot jail, OG dot jail. No, you find out. Let's not write the story yet. You'll find out what happened. All right, let's see. Seymour saying our squad is solid. Not even the refs can save the fuck Brooklyners. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Seymour. I think you're right. That we hopefully can just if we have to beat all 8 of them tonight, we will. We'll beat the 5 Nets, the 2.5 superstars, and the bench fodder, and then we'll beat the 3 referees also. The 2.5 superstars. We'll beat the Nets and we'll beat the refs. Yeah, we'll do it. 3 years and no wins against her. Yeah. She every time she's ref, we lost in the last 2 years. She's ref 2 years, and this is her 3rd year starting now. So she was around for the Tampa year. That may be where some of those games were lost. Maybe she refed a couple times in the Tampa year, and we haven't really seen her last year. I don't remember seeing her last year, actually. So this may very well be the case. Why we're 0-3 is because she refed us in Tampa. And that would make sense because she's from Orlando. And if they're trying to do it where they can bounce back and forth from home, it may be that she was a Tampa ref, and that's why we're 0-3 under her. So who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Maybe she'll be all right this time. Let's see. Lolita's saying it's funny that the Warriors ring celebration, they play Drake's song. I know, of course. Well, we have to also realize Drake has a very strong connection to Steph Curry and the Warriors. He is a Warriors fan also. I hate to say it that our global ambassador does play both sides sometimes. And he did put a big wager on them to win the Western Conference and be in the finals and made a bunch of money on them. So, of course, there's a bit of Drake in other teams. Obviously Drake goes with Kyle where he goes, and he goes with DeMar where he goes because they're very, very close and tight and stuff like that. So Golden State is a team that's friendly with Drake. Drake likes those guys, and he hangs out with them. He's friends with them. So, but yeah, go ahead, play our global ambassador at your ring ceremony, and then slight us for our 2019 championship, Steph Curry. Sure, go ahead, you do that. Guardian Transit saying after game 2, Philly fans dumping on the Zamboni Joel. Good turn on him. Yes, feel the hate inside you, Philly fan, against Joel Embiid. Yes, let the hate course through you. Yeah, I'm the emperor in that one. Yeah. Seymour saying Raptors will win by 15 plus. Ooh. He's predicting a nice stack of flapjacks, nice good stack of pancakes. We break open that 100% Canadian maple syrup and just start putting it on thick on top, like a plus 15 lead on them tonight. Just put it on real thick tonight, Raptors. You just go ahead and put that lead on real thick, and then we'll get that pat of butter. It's a dot. Scotty Barnes from the corner for 3. Bam. That's the dagger. The game's over. We win. That's what I want to see tonight. Yes. Duke Rocks is saying Chev is funny. He said, show me an all NBA player that fouls out in home game. Where's the respect? Love it. Chev, you go. You tell them. You use that tongue like a sword. And you just carve them up real nice. Yeah, and laugh about it. Laugh like a crazy man. Oh, Ben Simmons, you fouled out in 5 minutes. I love Chev so much. He's so good. And I can only understand what Chev's saying this week in this first week of NBA action and all the hijinks and fun stuff that's going on and stuff like that. I'm sure he had some pretty interesting clips after the Draymond fight with Jordan Poole. I'll bet he was funny on that. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't listen to any because I really do want to stay my own voice. And I don't like to be like, I don't want to copycat him. If I do, it's not on purpose. It's because I didn't hear him and stuff like that. Yeah, Tom Duke saying, lock up that leak with OG plumbing. That's right, y'all. Y'all, you have a problem with Kevin Durant scoring too much in a game. Is he just like, is that pipe leaking? As far as like, he just keeps scoring and we got to stop it and cut down the water. Well, call O.G. Plumbing in the 416 area. It's not in the phone book. But you can find him tonight at Barclay Center, hopefully shutting down Kevin and Kyrie with the water. Yeah. Y'all's water has been running out of control in some ways, Kevin. So we have our plumber here, Mr. OG Ananobi, and he's going to shut your water off tonight. That's what we want to see. Maybe a little Precious. Pray bring his buddy Precious, who's good at cutting water off also. And so we have a whole plumbing crew coming to see the Barclay Center and seeing if we can cut some water off tonight. Yeah, that's what we're all about. Logical saying salute, respect. Yeah, y'all sub him up. Seriously. M. Jones is saying, if Simmons chooses this game to go off on us, my weekend is done. M. Jones, please. Thank you for the sub, by the way. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you're here live with us. No, don't worry about this. I don't think that the odds are very good for this. And I kind of outlined it earlier. This, like, they're playing him at center, and he's going to get beat up by us. This happened against the Pelicans in their first game. Zion and Jonas, they beat the hell out of him. Herb Jones, they're like, oh, you're a little baby. And he was ineffective, and they scored at will. So it's like, that's really what it is. They have an open door defense. They have no big man down low. We can go right to the paint, and we're just going to score on them left and right tonight. They have nobody that can stop us. Seriously. Ben Simmons cannot stop us by himself, or even, I think, just like with what he's got. I just don't see it and stuff. So it's going to be fun. Let's see how it all goes down. And I just hope your weekend isn't ruined. I don't think it will be. Trust me. Because, yeah, I'm more worried about tomorrow with Miami than tonight. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take care of Brooklyn first, take care of business in the Big Apple, and then we'll head to South Beach after the game and go get Miami tomorrow. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Tom Duke's got the pancakes out. He's got the pat of butter. He's got the vat of maple syrup, and he's making a wave of maple syrup. I can read his language. It is kind of like Egyptian hieroglyphics. You can read his language. It's very interesting. Monique saying, so apparently Kia Nurse is back in studio when they did the Raptors season preview. Yeah, I saw Kia's back again. That's awesome. I'm so glad she's around. And it looks like Akil Augustine is going to be doing the Raptors today now, since Savannah Hamilton got the promotion to being the sideline reporter for Sportsnet now. So it looks like Akil's going to be the new host of Raptors Today. And I have no problem with that. It's like she's going to be way busier. She's moved on up. She's now the sideline reporter for Sportsnet. So good job, everybody, with all your different jobs on the broadcast crew. Logical Raptors fanatics saying O.G. Plumbing 24/7. I don't know if you can get them 24/7. That's within reason. Mason saying there are people noticing other than Raptors fans how the USA reporting treats the Raptors. We just need to win games, and the USA reporting scared of the truth. We have nothing to prove. That's true, and I'm glad other people are recognizing that. Like, maybe it's Chev, maybe it's other people like Chris's Sports Corner, maybe it's other Americans down there that are kind of like, this isn't fair. Y'all, the Raptors are a certain kind of team, and they're doing certain things, and y'all really don't like pay them any attention. There's some kind of unfair and stuff. Hey, we have any allies from down there that want to help us with this and helping our content get more on NBA stuff in the States. Thank you. We appreciate y'all, because we just want to be known and stuff like that. We just want to get our shine as well. And that's it's really sucks in some ways. In some ways it doesn't matter, but in some ways it's kind of like, yeah, they're sliding us. They are sliding us for sure. 100%. That's what Tom's saying. Duke's saying also there's an LA Raps content maker that uploaded a rant going through all the articles after the Cavs game. He ranted, can we talk about the Raps? Where's the coverage of the Raps? Won the game. I wonder if that's Chris. Maybe that was Chris. Yeah, he's awesome. Chris's Sports Corner, Top Line Sports. He is awesome the way he talks about stuff like that. Maybe somebody else. Let me know what their name is, dude. Seymour saying Kia is awesome. I love her energy. Yeah, she's a great basketball player, and we're lucky to have her on a broadcast. Fun guy saying, wow, we got a back-to-back tomorrow against the Heat. Wow, yeah, we're going straight to Miami after this game and playing the Heat tomorrow. And then we play them again on Monday. So we're going to have the whole weekend. The team's going to be in South Beach. And I'm hoping Scotty just stays home. He goes to his grandma's house and eats a bunch of Jamaican food and just gets real, some good family time. And then the rest of them, don't go clubbing. Don't go out. Maybe go to the beach. Maybe go have an early morning 6 a.m. workout on the beach. Gary Trent Jr. running around the cones and stuff like that. But don't go out, y'all. That's a pitfall that's going to happen with these two game stopovers where there's a day off in the middle and there's no travel. Well, this is going to be a really good practice day for you guys, but do not use any of that time to go out in a city like Miami at the beginning of the season. I'm sorry, y'all. Just don't do it. Be professionals and stuff like that. You guys can do that stuff in the offseason. You did. Now, tomorrow night and Sunday night, just be smart because that's where a dumpster fire can happen is by being in Miami for 2 nights and not having to travel. So be smart, Raptors. It's the beginning of the season. Let's stay professional. And I know you will. You're not the Charlotte Hornets and stuff like that. So Mason's saying Top Line Sports is one who represents us great too. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Chris. We have all this connection. Like Chris and Sheb and I have a Tallahassee connection, just like Scotty Barnes. We all lived in Tallahassee and went to Tallahassee Community College. That's a crazy thing. Chev, myself, and Chris, we all lived in Tallahassee at a certain point of our lives and went to the same small junior college. We really are birds of a feather. And I'm here in the city and with the Raptors, and they're in the Big Apple and out in the City Angels. So we got 3 power structures of the 3 pillars of the Raptors stands on the internet. That's right. Logical saying double episode recap and preview. Let's go. Yeah, Chris. That's who we're talking about. You're talking about Chris went through all the articles and said, yeah, I knew it was Chris. It is Top Line Sports. He's awesome. Chris is awesome. Let's see. Chris is cool. He's a Laker. His girl is a Raptors fan, so he gets a pass. Yeah, his first team is the Lakers, but much like Sheb, it's like my first team is the Knicks. I hate the Knicks right now, I hate the Lakers. So they're like more Raptor fans right now because we're competitive and we're more valid in some ways and stuff like that. So he comes by it honestly, and he does treat us pretty good and stuff like that. But his first love is the Lakers. And if it's going to be Raptors versus Lakers, Chris is going to go with them. But now Sheb, he's totally with us. If it's Knicks versus Raptors, he's turned his back on the Knicks. He's not a Knicks fan anymore. He's completely a Raptors fan at this point. NBA Sheb. Yeah, I love it. I love it, those guys. And I love all my content brothers, the people that are making content like me and stuff like that. They're the best. Raymond Jacobs here. Good to see Raymond Jacob. Chris mentioned him and his wife are coming to Toronto in November for a trip. Yeah, they're supposed to be coming to a game. That's awesome. I'm glad they're going to come to the city and check it out and, go to a game, stuff like that. Yeah, they're coming for Dallas versus Raptors. Okay, cool. Very cool. Let's see. Logical saying, I chill there during games on his stream. It's chilling. It's chilling. It's scary. Oh, it's just chill. Yeah. Well, he live streams during games. That's awesome. That's awesome. Duke saying, I heard that as well, Raymond. All right, let me get in the next part of our day. It is the real mascot matchup, guys. Yeah. Last time we saw the Raptor, he's in a hospital bed. And he just woke up from a crazy dream of fighting people in a Wild West town. And he's in real life now. And he's found out that he's had a very serious accident and he's in bad shape. And he doesn't understand what's going on with him. And he's trying to talk to the nurse about what's wrong with him. And when he was talking to her, this is kind of how it went. What's wrong with me, nurse? What's wrong with me? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing's wrong with you. You'll be fine. He said, but I can't move my legs, nurse. What's wrong with me? Oh, it's okay. You're just a Raptor. Who cares? You're just a secondary citizen in today's NBA world or in this world. And we don't really care about you. So we'll just let you have your problems and stuff like that. What? Wait, whoa, why are you being so cavalier towards me, nurse? I don't like your bedside manner. Can I talk to who's in charge? Maybe to talk to them about how you're talking to me like this. No one should be treated like this. This is equal rights. This is, nobody should be discriminated or treated like this. Like you're treating me right now. This is awful, you cavalier nurse. You say, well, okay. And she leaves the room and she goes get her boss so that the Raptor can talk to the boss about how the nurse is not very nice and not being very supportive or, nurse like as far as oh, we need to help you and stuff like that. She's actually making things worse. So the boss comes in and it's like, yes, what's the problem? It's another nurse. And he's like, this nurse is being really mean to me and not really telling me what's wrong with me and just kind of making fun of me and saying that I'm not important because I'm a Raptor and stuff like that. And the nurse is like, oh, really? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that the nurse would treat you this way. That's very bad and stuff like that. Well, maybe we could get you to another hospital. Maybe they can help you better. Wait, what? Why you want to trade me to another hospital? Well, maybe you're not happy at this hospital. Well, I don't know where I am even. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm at. Well, we'll try and do something. Listen, I don't like what's going on with you. You're kind of not very nice nurse either, head nurse. Let me get your name real quick. What is your name? I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to the hospital administrator at this point. What is your name? Oh, my name is Nurse Annette. Well, the real Raptors mascot, get to the bottom of the questions of why there's such horrible health care in his city that he's in right now and why they are treating him so poorly. Next time on the real mascot matchup, you'll find out about the head nurse, Annette. All right, there you go. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's boring. Maybe it's going nowhere. I don't know. It's evolving. Let's just put it that way. All right. All right, next, Mason Culligan saying, just get to a good start tonight, boys. Punch them in the mouth right away and then never look back. I want to blow out the Nets. I feel we are a way better team. Just keep KD off the ball and we are good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like this. That's a good strategy. We come out gangbusters and hit them in the mouth first. That is definitely the right kind of strategy. In the last game, they did a good job of keeping even with them and actually took the lead for a little while. We had that double digit lead first in the first quarter, and then they came back and overtook it in the second quarter. So that was kind of like that. There was a little bit of balance there, but we'd like to be the team that gets the lead first tonight. And I think we can do that. Now, I think it's true about Kevin that we really need to key on him, that he is really the motor for their offense. And that if we can make him have struggles tonight, that could be a really good key to the victory. Like Kevin's their best weapon. They're going to have to lean on him heavy this season. In fact, that's what I'm saying. He's going to have to average like 40 points a game for them to be a winning team because they're just not going to get point production from that roster. So if we can make Kevin shoot bad and get only like around 20 points, wow, that's a real easy way to win by limiting their one really good weapon. Kyrie's, he can be dangerous and do different things and stuff like that. And we do need to watch out for him also. But if we limit Kevin and he shoots a bad percentage and he only gets around 20 points, that is a big win because we know that 20 points is a good job on him defensively, because he could go get 30 to 50 at any time if he really wants to. So that's a really good key to the victory right there. What Mason's saying, hit him first and lock down Kevin. And we got great guys that lock him up. All of them want to do it. Sky's going to want to guard Kevin Durant a bit tonight. In fact, I'll bet you he will start on guarding on Kevin Durant maybe, or maybe it'll be OG. And that's the thing. We can switch guys off of him and make him even more tired. It's like, okay, yeah, you got OG for a while, Kevin. OG is going to be the plumber, designated plumber for you. And then, oh, wait, let's switch Precious on you for a little while. Now you can play Precious for a half a quarter real quick. Well, he's guarding you. Oh, wait, now let's throw Scotty on you. And let's let Scotty guard you. Oh, just for a little bit, let's put Koloko on you just for fun. Just to have a little bit of a different, really longer than you. And yeah, he can block you, Kevin, even with your high release. Yeah, I bet you Koloko can block Kevin Durant's high release. He can still get up there and get him. Not many players in the league can block Kevin Durant just because of how high his point of release is. Well, Koloko can. I'll bet you money. So, yeah, we switch different defenders on and off of Kevin. Give him different looks all night. It will frustrate him, and hopefully he will have a hard time scoring. I think we bully Ben Simmons, really bully him, push him around, use our size and strength against him. We will have so much success tonight. Because they have no center. They have no big guys down low. They have Markieff Morris, Nicholas Claxton, and Ben Simmons. That is their frontline players. That is who they got. They don't have even guys after that. I mean, who is it? What, J-Ron Sharp? Maybe? Okay. But other than that, they don't really have nobody. They have nobody. Nobody. Tom Duke saying, just ad-libbing is hilarious. Fluid story. So, I'm kind of going in the Seinfeld storytelling route for this season. It may be a little and minimal, but it's going to be very deep. Yeah. So the head nurse's name is Annette. It's so stupid. Mason saying KD scared 34 and scored 34 and he lost. Yeah, it's very much like Donovan Mitchell. He scored 31 and he looked great. They lost. That's the thing. This is a team game, y'all. Everybody thought it was a superstar league because of LeBron. It's a superstar league. No, it's not. It's always been a team game. It's a team concept game. So if you have a team concept and a good team, you beat teams with just superstars and a bunch of scrubs around them. That's just the way it is now in this NBA. You could be a really overpowering top heavy salary team with three really well paid people at top and everybody doesn't get paid and they're scrubs and it could carry you. Yeah, but it's not that case anymore. You need more than just three superstars and roster filler. You need a real team and a team concept. That is what wins. Team concepts like the Raptors, team concepts like the Celtics, team concepts like the Milwaukee Bucks, not superstar teams like the Lakers, superstar teams like the Nets. They do not win. Yeah. Yeah, Duke's saying, I fear the refs will target key Raps players in foul trouble to even up the odds or to take the aggressiveness out of the Raptors game. I hope Koloko forces Nurse for more minutes versus the Nets. He could be a monster. I think this is true, Duke. And we saw it in the first game. They did do that. They did it to Scotty and Pascal. We had foul trouble, but it didn't matter. That's part of the obstacles we just have to overcome. I fully expect some of our guys to get in foul trouble tonight early. It's just we're going to have the other guys step up around them and, just be that next man up no matter what. Pascal fouls out. Scotty's in early foul trouble. That may very well happen again. Or it could be different guys this time. It could be Fred. It could be Gary. It could be OG. You know how it works. So we just need to be ready for that and probably say, yeah, this is probably really will happen. What you're saying is very likely. So hopefully it won't take away from our edge and how good we are overall. If the referees do give us some quick fouls on one player and take them out of the game early and stuff like that. I really want Koloko to play a lot too tonight. And I think that this is a good game for him to play a lot in because he can really kind of operate and bully around because they don't have guys like Jared Allen or Evan Mobley. And he can do a lot of cool stuff and stuff like that in the game tonight. I really believe that. Mason, don't worry about your spelling. I can spell correct in my head usually. It's just that I saw that scared. I was like, oh, KD's scared. Ooh, he's scared. He might be. I don't know. Maybe he is a little scared of the Raptors tonight. I don't know. That very well could be. Right. So, yeah, we talked about the interviews yesterday. We talked about Yuta and his letter. There's interesting things going on around the league. The Pistons have a dumpster fire, and when one of their assistant GMs is getting Robert Sarver kind of stuff going on, where he was gross and he's on leave amid an investigation. So Detroit Pistons, welcome to the dumpster fire club of having a gross executive who is misogynist and disgusting. So you got that too now in your team and stuff. And let's see. Looking at the fantasy league, it looks like that Omari Parsons is number one at the top, actually tied with David Saborin. They're both got 97 points. Good stuff. I hope you guys are figuring out the fantasy league and having a fun time playing in it so far this league. It's been very, very fun. Very, very fun. Okay, so Monique is 1 year ago. Tomorrow, she became the Raptors community champion last season. Yes, she got the banner, she got the jersey, she got the press conference. If y'all have not seen this clip of Monique getting Toronto Raptors official community champion, you guys got to go watch it. It's on YouTube still. And it was such a fun day. And I love seeing that and getting your own press conference and stuff like that. That was so cool, Monique. And so awesome the Raptors did that stuff and stuff like that. You go, Monique Lawrence, community champion of the Raptors. You truly are a champion of our community, the Raptor Freak community. And we celebrate you every single day. And we love that you're here with us all the time also and stuff like that. All right, let's just do a real quick recap and maybe I can get this done in under 90 minutes. All right, so what's the first thing? Oh, injury report. Injury report. Raptors have Khem Birch is ready for tonight, guys. He's going to play tonight. Boucher is 50-50. I don't expect him tonight, but we may see him tomorrow in Miami. If not in Miami tomorrow, Miami on Monday. We will see Chris Boucher in the next 3 games. Could be tonight, more likely to be tomorrow or Monday. Otto Porter Jr. definitely ruled out tonight for sure. On the other side of the ball, we got Seth Curry is completely out. TJ Warren is completely out. And Joe Harris is probable. In fact, he has actually been marked off the injury list. So I'm going to expect Joe Harris to be playing for the Nets tonight. Our ref crew is not very friendly. James Capers Jr., 28-year ref. We have a losing record under him, worse than our 48 winning percentage for our franchise all-time record. He is below that. He's not necessarily a friendly ref. Sean Corbin is the middle ref. He is a friendly ref. He's okay. For a 28-year ref, we have won a good percentage of our games. So he may balance it a bit, but then the third ref is Danica Mosher. We have lost all 3 games that she's refereed for the Raptors in her short NBA reffing career so far. But I think it's because they were games that were reffed in Tampa, to be honest, and stuff. But this is a ref crew we need to be suspicious of and really pay attention to tonight and stuff like that. We'll talk about it tomorrow in the reaction for sure. And then, we had the Real Raptors mascot matchup, a little weird. And then the keys to the victory, really bully them. They have no size down low. Pelicans absolutely dominated the paint in the first game against them. And we should replicate that. We should try and very much look at the tape of what the Pelicans did to them with Zion and Jonas Valanciunas and try and do the same thing tonight. Because we really can do that. They want to play Ben Simmons at center, so be it. That's your own stupid ass mistake. And we need to capitalize on it. And really, they're a team that we need to get back at. Always, because it's the Nets. They're division rival. We say fuck Brooklyn. That is one of our tenements as Raptor Free calls fuck Brooklyn. And fuck Brooklyn needs to be in effect tonight. So we'll say nice hi to Yuta Watanabe, old friend, but he is a Net. And he is very firmly affirmed that he is on their side. And we need to look at him as an enemy, even if he's a friendly enemy that we love. And stuff like that. So, keys to victory, just beat them down and limit their only good scores. If we really key on like the 4 or 5 guys that actually are competent scorers on their team, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Patty Mills, Joe Harris, one other guy, whoever it is, we will be fine. Because they don't have a lot of good players throughout. They're going to have a lot of scrubs and empty minutes and stuff like that. So we can dominate them. I really do fully believe we can dominate them. Mason saying, I also feel Koloko seems comfortable so far. It's only one game, I know, but also this year I feel Freddie has more confidence with the new sets and player. He attacks the rim more with success more. Yeah. You know what, Mason, that's right. There's a certain thing about Koloko showing up on this team that is renewed and reinvigorated Fred VanVleet. That in some ways they're a great pairing. In fact, it's made Fred way more daring to go into the land of the Giants and attack the rim down low because he knows he has a good friend nearby that can clean things up behind him, very much like he got his first field goal for Pascal's miss. That's the thing. Freddie sees this guy's there, and he's probably going to be able to get the offensive rebound before these other guys get it. He will go and dare himself. He'll go down there, and he'll throw it up maybe because he feels like he'll grab it and throw it down, or maybe it's because if he misses it, he knows Koloko is more likely to get the offensive rebound because he's lurking. But that one play in the last game, Fred lofted it in the middle of the lane, and it looked like a little teardrop. I didn't think he was trying to make that. That actually looked like he was trying to kind of throw a lob to him, but it went in by accident. So there is I think he really does enjoy having Christian on this team. And then marry that into the thing that I told you about Christian's personality earlier. This is going to be a very special kid. He's a high achiever. He is a high achiever. He was one of those kids in school. You know the one I'm talking about. Was in chess club and had a 4.0 grade average and was like getting all A pluses and stuff like that. It really matters to him. I can tell. He's one of those dudes that was in school that was always stressed about getting perfect grades. Well, he's going to carry that over into the way he carries himself in learning and playing as a basketball player. He's going to be very, very successful. So we learned something about Koloko's personality yesterday. Mason Culligan, thank you for being here, and you're welcome. I really appreciate you and everybody else coming in and stuff like that. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. 90 minutes tonight. Let's beat the Nets. Fuck Brooklyn, as Masai Ujiri says. We say it over and over again. Yes, fuck Brooklyn. Yeah, we come in there and we're going to expose your team for being a shell of a team. Your team is 3 little kids in a trench coat trying to get into an R-rated movie. That is what y'all are. Y'all are pretenders. You got 2.5 superstars, and then a bunch of like, I don't know what the rest of that is and stuff like that. We are not scared. We're coming in there. We're gonna punch you in the mouth, like Mason said, and we're gonna get on y'all and beat y'all down all night long. That's right. We're gonna beat y'all tonight, and then we're gonna go down to South Beach and beat the Heat next. So y'all have a great Friday, TGIF, and let's go Tom Duke. Let's go Monique Lawrence. Let's go Mason Culligan. Let's go Duke Rock, Seymour Pape, Randolph Phillips. Let's go get that win tonight, Raptors. Let's go Raptors!